Namaste. Hey guys. So hi, how you doing? Long time no see. Well, long time no read. So, okay guys, I am here to do a reading on for Summer Wells, basically. This is actually a kind of like a response video to some stuff that Jody Sue put out into the YouTube world regarding some goings on that was happening a year ago on Ben Hill Roads between Andy and um, oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm getting really distracted. Um, I'm sorry. I've got my ghost tube box going. Um, and try as I might, I'm trying to do a reading on Summer, for Summer, on Jody. And I keep getting Dylan coming through. Up until now, I have not connected with Dylan, period. But today, he's decided to come through. And he has been talking to me all day. So, but I'm going to do this reading first. Basically, okay, so I may be all over the place. Please forgive me for that. Um, I've been in a weird funk. I think a lot of us light workers have been. I've been dealing with some chaos in my home, and I've kind of been focused on that. So I've been in a bit of a funk, but I haven't been doing any readings, and you know, I have to agree with something that Mystic Brady said in her last video when she said that we, as light workers, we have a responsibility to work our light, and a lot of us have been sitting stagnant because the dark side is trying to shush us up, and we can't let that happen, guys. We've got to shine our light. So I'm here to do a reading. It's kind of like a response video to some things that Jody Sue has put out into YouTube land. And basically, I have some questions that I would like to ask. And so I'm going to do an intuitive reading, and I'm also going to possibly maybe do a pendulum read at the end, because I just have some questions. So I'm just going to go right into it. All right, so we're going to start off. I'm going to clear the space with some good old Palo Santo. Good old Palo Santo. And some sage. I also have some incense burning. You guys can see the smoke floating up right there. That is that incense is called protection. So that's there for protection as well. And we are going to start. Now, once I get going on this, I'm going to move the camera down to my table so that you guys can see the cards, so that you can see my EMF reader, and get a good look. All right, so in this here and now moment, I am asking that only beings of love and light, only beings of the Christ source consciousness are allowed to engage. No, nothing negative, nothing low vibrational, only high vibrational beings of the light are allowed, not willing, allowed to participate in this reading. And as I clear the space, I'm going to say a bit of a prayer. Love sage, white sage right here. This is white sage and sweetgrass. Very cleansing, very protective. Not burning, no. All right. So I call upon the divine, unconditionally loving light of source, all of the angels of heaven and earth, ascended masters of the light. I call on my own higher self and my unconditionally loving team of guides. I ask that you please bless this reading to provide clear and precise answers, messages through spirit guidance. Please provide healing, provide information that will help for me to take this reading along the steps I need to down my own spiritual pathway to find the answers needed to fulfill the destiny of Summer Moon Utah Wells. Please bless this reading, that it serves Summer's highest good, and please bless me and my family, my watchers, with your unconditionally loving light, protection, and grace through my own free will and the divine grace bestowed upon me. And like I said, only beings of love and light are allowed into this space right now. I ask for divine protection for myself, for the person I'm reading for my family, for my watchers. Dear God, archangels, patron saints, spirit guides, divine beings of light, I ask for your divine protection in this moment. I beseech you that those bound by evil spirits and wicked sorceries, that their actions be unbound, that I beseech that you shatter all bewitchments, all oppressions, save me from any kind of domination, from any kind of wild beasts, or presence of negative entities, low vibrational entities. Preserve me from all from all evil sorceries, spirits, malicious arts. Please guard me in thought, action, and feeling. Throw into confusion the wicked ones who seek to destroy our lives. Confound them with your power as my guardians and my saviors. I come to you with the pure and loving intentions. Thank you, God, for trusting me to deliver these messages. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, we'll leave that there. Still burning a bit. Probably relight that at some point. Okay, so I've got my EMF meter here. That will tell me if I have any energies coming into play, and if so, I'll point that out to you guys. Like I said, I'm gonna take my put my camera down to the table once I get moving on this, so that you guys can see what I'm seeing. But before I do that, I'm gonna go one step further, and I'm gonna clear the space in here. This is my questions that I have with some frequency. So we're going to start with a frequency for the heart chakra. This frequency works from the heart out, clearing the chakras, and then I'm going to use another frequency as to clear the energy. So we'll start with the heart. So crazy because I can actually feel the air thin out. It's very different. Okay, so like I said, I have a few questions. Before I go into these questions though, I'm going to start with a prayer, an Archangel Michael prayer. I love these little Archangel Michael cards. These cards are little prayers, each one. So I'm asking Archangel Michael to please enter this reading in this moment. Give me the prayer I need. Give me the prayer I need to protect this reading and protect myself as I go into some darker energies. Not that many. Just one. Just one is all I need. Just one. And we got it. All right. Okay, the prayer we got is sense of humor. My prayer: thank you for helping me to see the humor in the situation so that I can lovingly laugh at human nature. I'm willing to view my experiences in a new light in order to attract love and healing energy. Okay, so I don't know. Is he telling me that this situation is laughable? I believe in a big way it is, to be honest. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for a blessing on this reading. And I'm going to use the Archangel, what are these called? Archangel Fire Oracle cards. And ask for the blessing of whichever specific angel. Okay. Oh, wow. That's cool. Okay, so I got card number 35, the twin Erin. This is the Libra card, which I am Libra. This is the card of justice. Libra stands for justice. So these guys are going to come in here and they are going to help put some justice, shine some justice light on the situation, which I am very happy to oblige with. Let's see, what card was that? That was 35. I'm going to read real quickly, just because these Archangel cards, it's worth it. It's worth it to hear what the message is. It's never really long. Okay, so this is from the Platinum Ray, the Cosmic Chakra, which is the chakra that is far above at the very edge of the Earth's atmosphere. So this chakra is way above. Okay, the twin, Erin, truth. The mighty Erin are a pair of great twin angels who are said to reside in the sixth heaven. Together with another set of twin angels known as the Quatazin, the Erin constitute the highest council of judgment in the heavenly courts. They are among 8 ultra-powerful angels which have rank that is superior even to that of mighty Metatron. According to the Bible, the Erin are known as the Watchers. Okay. The message from the Erin is, ask us to bring you clarity when the truth evades you. We can help you to discern the right choice when making an important decision, or when you are unsure of the highest course of action to take. With our help, anything remaining hidden will soon come swiftly into light. That is awesome. That is totally awesome. Okay, so asking for some clarity and some truth. We've got the twin Erin here to help us with that. So that is super cool. Couldn't ask for any better than that. Okay, so Miss Jody Sue. So I'm sure you guys have all, well, I don't know if you guys are aware of the latest crud that has come flying out of Jody Sue's mouth. But Jody Sue has decided to say, after 12 months of Summer being missing, that Andy, her partner, ex-partner, was selling drugs to Don and Candace Wells for the purpose of giving to the children, to the kids. There was actually a lot of accusations made. There was accusations made about the oldest son between Candace and Don. Things that happened with the oldest son and a family friend or a friend of Summer's, a little girl. There was things said about sedative type drugs that were being given to little girls in the Wells property for the purposes of sedating them so they could be SA'd. Jody Sue, in her revelation of this, basically kind of stomped on her own foot, because if what she's saying is true, that means that she was aware that this was going on right across the street. She was aware that this was going on. She is giving specific times and dates, literally days before Summer got gone, where she was aware that Andy had taken drugs across the street to the Wells for the purpose of sedating children so that they could be SA'd. Which makes her just as guilty, because she knew it was happening and she sat there in her house while she knew what was going on across the street and she didn't do anything about it. So I have watched several videos since Jody Sue's revelation, and she has redacted a lot of what she said. She put that video on private where she spilled all this from, and she has since put it on private and is now backpedaling. So, but it has left a lot of questions in a lot of our minds and hearts, and I just thought that I would poke and prod a little bit and see what I can find out for myself. I kind of planned on doing this anyways, and then Mystic Brady called me and asked me if I would be willing to do a video and see what I could get. I think everybody's going to try to work on this and see what we can get. So I have prepared a short list of questions. It's not too long. Let's see. I'm going to move a few things around. Make room here. Where can I put this guy? I literally, like, am not set up that well right now. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. So, I am going to try my new deck here. I got this new deck called Urban Tarot. And, knocking out the old energy there. I'm going to start with the Urban Tarot. The Urban Tarot I bought specifically for doing the cases. And let's see if we can get some answers out of the Urban Tarot. The Urban Tarot is a bit of a racy deck. It's a bit graphic, but so is this case. So is this subject. So we will see. We will see. Okay, so the first question. Woo, I've got them flying out already. Not ready. Not ready. The first question I have is Jody Sue telling the truth about Andy selling drugs to Candace and Dawn Wells? Is Jody Sue telling the truth about Andy selling drugs to Candace and Dawn Wells? Is Jody Sue telling the truth about... Oh my gosh. My hands are... So, the thing about this deck is that it is big. These cards are big. And they're a little hard to handle. I will get used to it. Is Jody Sue telling the truth about Andy? Is Jody Sue telling the truth about Andy selling drugs to the Wells? I don't know. I might not get one from this. There it is. Oh, wow. Okay, so I got 8 of Cups, Indolence. So on this card, there is 1, 2, okay, so there's 7 cups stacked. The cup on the very top has some kind of, looks like liquor in it. The cup on the bottom is spilt over and it has liquid pouring out of the bottom of it. 8 of Cups means withdrawal, retreat, moving on, abandonment. So withdrawal, retreat, moving on, abandonment. Looks like she's spilling some tea here, doesn't it? It makes me wonder if there's not some truth. It looks like she's spilling some tea. That's what I get off that. I absolutely do. So I'm going to do a clarifier on that. And I'm going to go with the Energy Oracle and see if I can get a clarifier on that. Yeah, that really looks like... The other thing about that card is it looks like... It reminds me so much of what the Wells kitchen looked like. Just the total mess, the total chaos. Absolute mess. Their kitchen was just a total mess. And... Okay, so... The Wells lived on a hill. They lived up on a hill. And do you see what's at the top of this? I don't know if you can see this. It's a stack of cups, okay? There's 8 cups and 1 spilt over, or there's 7 cups stacked and 1 spilt over, which makes the 8th. Look what is on the top. So at the top of that hill, there's some alcohol and there's some spilled. So I don't know. To me, that feels significant. That feels very significant. Can I please, Spirit Guides, can I please get a clarification card for the Eight of Cups indolence? Is Jody Sue telling the truth about Andy selling drugs to the Wells? Is Jody Sue telling the truth about Andy selling drugs to the Wells? Oh, wow. Okay, I got card number 26, which adds up to an 8, which goes with the 8 of Cups. So I believe that this is a clarifier card, and we've got hostilities. Hostilities. This is the card of fighting. This is the card of hostility, fighting, being hostile. I believe that Jody Sue is spilling some tea here, but I think that her reasoning behind it, maybe there's some truth to it. I do believe that Andy was selling drugs to the Wells, absolutely. But I believe that the reason she's doing this is to be hostile. She's trying to be hostile towards Andy because it's kind of, I feel like it's a revenge thing, or it's like a revenge thing. She says she's no longer standing behind him, or standing in front of him. I'm sorry, she's no longer standing in front of him, which could be taken in two different ways. So the reason she's giving why she's now spilling this tea is because she's no longer standing in front of him. So either that means she's not there where he can't do anything to her for speaking, or she's no longer standing in front of him by keeping a secret, hiding him out. So that's what I do get out of that. Okay, the next question I have is, were these drugs given to the kids? Were these drugs given to the kids? Were these drugs given to the kids? Were there drugs given to the kids? Oh, wow. Okay, I got card 3. I got 3 of Cups. Abundance. 3 of Cups. So, Three of Cups, abundance. Friendships, celebrations, a circle of support. Drugs given to the kids. There's fireworks. There's a cake with candles on it. 3 cups, toasting. I believe that there was. It looks like everyone is using together. Everyone is drinking together. It's a party. It's a party. I take that as a yes. I take that as a yes. Absolutely. I believe that there was drugs being given to these children. I do. Let's go for a clarifier on that with the Energy Oracle. Were there drugs being given to the children on Ben Hill Road? That being the Wells children as well as other children. Were there drugs being given to children on Ben Hill Road in the Wells residence? I'll put it that way. The Wells residence. Were the Wells giving drugs to the children? Were the Wells giving drugs to children? Were the Wells giving drugs to children? I know I said I was going to put my thing down. I'm going to have to. Okay. Were the Wells giving drugs to children? Were the Wells... We got the 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel, card number 41. Chakra. So that would be the crown chakra. the head, sedating. The drugs were affecting the head, the crown chakra, the brain, sedation. That's what I get off that. And Archangel Uriel. Look at that girl. She looks like an older version of Summer with the blonde hair, pale skin. Seventh chakra, crown chakra. Interesting. All right. I almost feel like I need another qualifier on that one. I'm gonna go to the Wisdom Oracle. Yeah. Let's see if the Wisdom Oracle can shed some light on that. I think we got our answer, but I'm gonna go with it anyways. Now, I don't know how long this video is gonna be, you guys. It might be more than one part. Were the Wells giving drugs to children inside their residence, in their property? Just one card, please. Were the Wells giving drugs to the children in their home? Oh, wow. I got card number 32. It's here and now. Here and now. There's a sign on it that says past, and then there's a sign on it that says future. In the middle is a doorway that's open. I want to say, here and now, one of my questions, my biggest questions has been, why wait 12 months to come up with this information? Why wait 12 months to say, oh, I knew this was happening over there? Why? Why wait? So I'm wondering if this is saying that here and now, the story that drugs were being given to the children was meant to come out here and now. There's a reason for everything. And there's also divine timing. And sometimes we don't understand that. And we want to know everything right now. And we understand why we don't understand why people keep secrets and come out with them when they do. Very interesting, the here and now. Here and now. I believe that there were drugs being given to the children over there. I actually believe that part of Jody Stu's story. I believe that Andy was selling drugs. I believe that he was the dealer for Ben Hill Road, or at least one of them. And I believe he was selling drugs to the Wells. And I believe the Wells were sharing or giving the drugs to their children. I do believe that. I always have, intuitively. I believe that intuitively. Okay, the next question. Let's move along. The next question is, was Andy aware that these drugs were being used to facilitate SA? Was Andy aware that these drugs were being used to facilitate SA happening? Oh, wow. We got death, the death card. Do you see? Oh my gosh. I don't love some of the graphicness of this deck, but we got the death card here. Okay, now death stands for big changes, endings, new beginnings, time to move on, rebirth, transformation. Was Andy aware that there was SA going on? Death. I think Andy was quite aware. Spirit is telling me that Andy knew, but he chose to ignore it. He knew, but he chose to ignore it. And here, oh wow, okay. Here's the funny thing. Look at this guy's face. He's blinded. There's a big black dot on his face, like he's blinded. He's not facing it. He's not facing the truth. He's causing the death, and he knows it. He's putting his hand out like he's handing out death. You see that? You see how he looks like he's handing out death? He's handing out death, but he's blinding himself to it. I think he knew, but he overlooked it. He knew, but he totally overlooked it. Yeah, he knew, but he totally overlooked it. I'm going to get a clarifier on that one, except for I'm going to use the Light Seers deck. Was Andy aware that there was SA happening at the Wells house? Was he aware that the drugs he was giving them were being used? Oh, crap. Sorry, I dropped my cards. As always. Was Andy aware that there was SA happening across the street as a result of the drugs he was selling? Was Andy aware that the drugs he was selling were facilitating SA? Oh, wow. I got 5 of Pentacles. Do you see that little girl? Oh my gosh. So 5 of Pentacles is ill health, poverty, worry, isolation, financial loss, being locked in. Andy was aware. He was aware. He was aware that the drugs were locking these isolating these children, locking them in. That it was causing ill health. Yeah, he was aware. I believe he was aware. Absolutely. This person is locked behind a door and looks very dirty and very down and very sad, very subdued. Sedated, maybe? I do feel like Andy was privy to what was going on. Yeah, I think so. I do. I mean, I could be wrong about that, but intuitively, I'm hearing he knew, but he turned a blind eye. But I'm also hearing that he's not the only one who knew. He's not the only one. Okay? All right. So the next question I have is... Well, this one was kind of answered already, but I'm going to ask again. That one. Okay, so were Candace and Dawn giving sedatives to children on their property to facilitate SA of little girls? Were Candace and Dawn giving sedatives to children to facilitate SA? Were Candace and Dawn giving sedatives to children to facilitate SA? Oh my gosh. I got justice. Justice is cause and effect. Win-win solutions. The truth comes out. The truth comes out. Justice is the truth coming out. Wow. I don't even need to qualify that, or that's an answer right there. The truth comes out. That's wow. Okay, so I'm going to go to the next question. Were Candace and Dawn allowing... Okay, hold on 1 second. Were Candace and Dawn aware that their oldest son was essaying one of Summer's friends? Wow. Okay, so this is the first one I code. So 6, science. 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords is an air element. Air element is rational thought, language, science, pursuit of intellect. Pursuit of intellect. So, were they aware that their son was... I think maybe I asked that question wrong. I'm going to go back on that. I think maybe I asked that question wrong. Instead of asking it that way, I'm going to ask it this way. Was Dawn and Candace's oldest son committing essay to little girls in his home? Was Candace and Dawn's oldest son committing essay to the little girls on their property? Oh my gosh, it gave me a handful. The first card I got was the Fool. Looks like he's got one foot off the ledge there, doesn't it? Looks like a young man to me. The Fool, a fresh hope, taking chances, new paths, adventures, new beginnings. Yeah, I think he was trying out some new stuff. Then I got the Page of Cups, the costume designer. The costume designer. Page of Cups. Studious kid. A new love. Volunteer work. Interesting. There's alcohol. There's a wine glass full right there. Oh, wow. Okay, then I got the Nine of Cups, which represents happiness, but it's in reverse. So I have a feeling that he was unhappy. Oh, the Game Master. Knight of Swords. Ooh, the Game Master. Knight of Swords is a fast-talking person. A lifestyle change. He's playing a game of chess on a chessboard. And he's cheating. That's what he's doing. He's cheating. He's breaking the rules. That's a pretty good indication that that was actually happening. I'm just looking at the time here. So I'm going to go one more question, and then I'm going to come back and finish this reading. I just don't want each video to be too long. Did Don take his oldest son to Utah because he was in trouble for doing essay to a little girl? Oops. Did Don take his oldest son... That's the cards turned around. Sorry. Okay, did Don take his oldest son to Utah because he got in trouble for essaying another little girl? Oh, wow. I got Ten of Swords, ruin, stress, exhaustion, burdens. Wow. I believe he did take him to Utah to get him away from there. I believe that the oldest son to Candace and Dawn was following suit of what he saw his family doing. Something that runs generations after generations deep in that family. Unfortunately, it's a monkey see, monkey do type of a thing. And, I mean, he's, you know, young men look up to their father. They copycat their father. They do what their father does. their father, in their eyes, their father is God, and they want to be just like him. So yeah, I believe that the oldest son was doing what he was taught, and for that, and he was taught in the process of that. I believe that the friend, there was a little girl that used to come and visit. She was a friend of Summer. The parents were made, this is the story, that the parents were made aware that this had happened, and Jody Sue is saying that the oldest son was accused of doing SA to this little girl, and this little girl's parents confronted Don and Candace, and Don said, well, hey, you know what, I'll just take him to Utah and get him away, and that'll fix the problem, he'll be gone. And rather than go to the authorities, the parents of this child were okay with that, and that is the reason that's being given for why the oldest son accompanied Don to Utah shortly before Summer got gone. All right, guys, so that's going to be the end of part 1. I'll be back with some more questions in the next video. Like I said, I'm trying to keep these below 45 minutes each, and I'm already at 41. The next one, I'm just going to jump right into it because I've already said all of my prayers and did my cleansing and all of that, and that takes a lot of time. So I'll be coming back to finish asking these questions, and so join me in the next one. Namaste.